5192 want to text me. Alan, it's amazing how much Poundcake bases off income and net worth. I bet Whitney Houston smelled like crack farts. How you like that? You think Whitney Houston smelled like crack farts?
But do we know that crack farts smell bad?
I was going to say, there's a big assumption there. Crack farts might smell amazing. Between something, processes might happen in the body where after all that happens and it comes out the other end, it might smell amazing.
She made it abundantly clear that she does not smoke crack, and nor would she have crack farts. That's because she has more money than that. She
smoked crack.
She had coke inside weed.
What do you think crack is? It's rock cocaine.
She makes too much money to smoke crack.
Crack is whack.
It's whack.
Yeah, she was cracked out. You know.
She's cracking all the way to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah, that's why they put her in. Did you see the Delonte West video?
Man, it's upsetting.
Oh, my God.
No, what happened?
He got beaten up on a side of a highway or something, and so the cops have him cuffed, and he's sitting on a curb. I got to be honest with you. I don't think I realized that. I knew he wasn't playing.
No, because he had a viral video a couple of years ago where he was at like a Jack in the Box, and he was just out of his mind. It's real sad.
Talk about crack.
This is the guy that porked LeBron's mom back in the day,
I
right?
remember that.
Karma.
Is he a crazy person or is he on something?
How is it karma?
He's got.
You don't bang your teammate's mom, so.
He's got some like health issues.
Oh.
Like mental health
Yeah.
issues.
He was seen getting beaten up in the street, and some cops came along, and it didn't even look like him.
He's looked like this for a while. There's a video like going back 3 or 4 years of him like roaming on the streets asking for money, and he looked like he was strung out then.
Oh man.
What a fall from grace,
Well,
right?
anyway, if you're watching at AlanCoxShow.com, here's the video.
Snakes on my life.
What?
Man, all right.
Why'd you hit him? Did he attack you first with the self-defense, or did you hit him?
Man, I walked down the street. The man approached me with a gun.
Where's his gun at?
I don't give a
Okay. Do you know where his gun is?
I don't give a
Okay.
Young champ. I'm the leader of the goddamn Navy SEALs. I know I'm...
Listen, the guy's not doing well.
Oh, yeah. That's so sad.
He's working with fewer than 32 teeth, by my estimate.
How does that happen so quickly?
Is it quick? I mean,
was he
it's
like
been
this in
years.
the...
He wasn't like this in the NBA, but he was also medicated. He got off his meds, and he got into addictions, and it happens that fast. I mean,
oh, man. It makes me sad to look at.
because he got busted while he was still in the NBA, driving around on a motorcycle with a guitar case full of guns.
Oh, my God.
So he's done some stuff. He's not the best when it comes to decisions.
Where does he live?
On the street.
No, but like what state?
This is Maryland, I believe.
maybe it's
Maybe at my
Cumberland,
show.
Maryland.
Yeah.
What if Delonte West is at my show?
Man.
Help him out.
Played for the Celtics,
I could see him
Seattle,
like
Cleveland.
all dejected, sitting at a penny slot.
So he played for a couple of Chinese teams a few years ago, and then he played for the Texas Legends in 2015. That was his last.
What are the Texas Legends? Was that like a
Hell if
G
I know.
League?
Texas Legends.
It's their WNBA team.
They're an NBA G League team based in Frisco. They're a minor league of the Dallas Mavs.
Okay. That's real sad.
Poor guy.
I'm
Tell you what, though.
I don't want to see it again.
He's still shredded. This guy looks great.
Yeah.
If
that's
you
what
look at it
happens
from
when
the
you
neck
don't eat
down,
and just do drugs.
dynamite.
the real president.
Okay.
I'm right now. I'm not the leader. All the gangs. What happened?
All right.
Anyway, Delonte West
That
is not
seriously
doing
makes me
well.
want to cry, dude. Oh, poor guy.
Well, you haven't cried today, have you? When's the last time you cried?
I haven't cried in a while.
When was the last time you cried?
When did I cry last? Who knows? In a minute.
I almost cried on Saturday
Why?
because I met Cody's baby for the first time.
Yes.
So that was very cute moment.
You met the baby?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went and held the baby.
Yeah.
Took, just went and visited and wished the mom well and
Cody
held
Jr.?
the baby. Yeah, Cody. It's not Cody Jr. because got a different middle name, but Cody Beckett.
Oh, the first and the middle names have to be the same?
I
think
didn't
so.
know
For a
that.
junior?
I
thought
think
this was
so.
the first name.
I think so.
Really? I shot him a text. I was like, hey, congrats.
The second.
Very happy for you.
Are you thinking the second? I think a junior can have a different middle name, but
I
a
thought so,
second has
too.
to be
Maybe.
the same.
I thought.
Yeah, maybe it's like if it's the second and third, it's got to be the same name.
I
all
thought
the way.
second
But I
and
always thought
junior were the same.
I know.
No.
That's what I'm saying. I think it is, and I don't think it's
No.
a junior if it's not got the same full name.
No. They're different because the second, I'm almost positive second means everything's identical.
Nah, I thought second meant like that was after a junior. Like,
No.
No. I'm thinking of our two friends, Ramon Rivas II and Mike Polk Jr. Those are different.
The junior,
Yes,
the
but
junior,
they both had their dad's exact names.
the junior, the names must be exactly the same, including the middle name.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
I didn't know that either. I thought that was what the second was.
Some 18 years ago, I left Dayton, Ohio, with 2 very bad knees and a dream to become a Major League Baseball player. I thank God that the dream came true.
Did you cry like Mike Schmidt?
I don't
when
think
you
I
held the
cried
baby?
last week.
No, I didn't cry at all. But I
You
was.
said you almost cried.
I said I was.
You were emotional.
Yeah, I was as close as I can get to crying without crying, but I don't cry. I just was like emotional. I'm like, oh, if there's a time to cry, it'd probably be now. But then I think about it and it goes away.
while we're on the
Huh, you said almost cried.
Yeah,
I'm just going by your words.
right. So
Almost cried.
Almost cry is not crying.
Well, then
It was
why
just
almost?
emotional.
I almost cried last Monday.
Wait, almost crying is the same as not crying?
Yeah,
So I'm
No.
almost crying right now.
yeah.
No.
I am.
No, I'm
This
on
whole
the
show I've
verge.
been almost crying.
No, it's not. I mean, it's still not crying. It's
Did you
just I'm on the
feel-
verge
did you
of
feel-
crying, but it doesn't actually.
You
Like,
get the lump in your throat?
I never cried. Like
Lump
I was
in your
like,
throat. Did you feel the?
I could feel my eyes
well up?
and then but nothing happened after that.
Is it? Are you sure? You still got that cyst on your lid? You sure on that?
Yeah, it's
were you
not that.
leaking
It's
or
all
were you
good.
crying?
Well,
No,
That's a
but this
different-
morning, it, like the rest of it drained. And,
And then he was really almost crying.
Well, while we're on the topic of babies, I found out the sex of my brother's child over the
Ooh.
weekend. I'm gonna have a little nephew.
Yay!
I'm glad one of us.
Cody
Might.
Jr.
Oh, good for you.
Do they know the name?
No, I don't think so yet. But
Could I suggest one?
sure.
Just a bunch of A's and H's together.
be really
One
young.
long string of A's and H's.
On the birth certificate.
Yeah. A-A-H-H-H-A-A-H. What's your last name? Brown. A-A-H-H-H.
What's my last name?
Ah, I had a brain fart.
You've only known me for 6 years.
I had a crack fart there for a second.
Yeah, but we're not family like your morning.
Like your
job.
morning job. That's right.
No, I said you guys are. You guys are. I just said other people in the building.
And that's all
I don't
right.
need
We're
more
fine.
family.
We're
I
fine.
got my own problems. Hey, Dom.
Jeez.
Yes, sir.
Dom, what's going on?
Not much. Hey, man, it's Dominic Thompson.
Hey.
Hey, Dom, what's going on? We went to high school together.
You guys banged, didn't you? That was a very exciting.
I haven't talked to him in forever. We were
Oh,
friends.
good for you.
He's a good guy.
God.
He was. You don't know what he's been up to.
It's also true.
Yeah, you're smoking crack for all you know.
What's going on, Dominique? How are
Doesn't make
you?
him bad.
Dominic, let me ask you this. Have you been smoking crack?
All it takes is one time.
Poundcake, please. Let him answer. Have you been smoking crack?
What time is it?
It's 4 o'clock exactly.
No, not yet.
All right, good. If it had been a different time, you would have had a different answer. He's like, never
Is there a
afternoon.
420 for crack?
It's 420.
Never have I.
You went to high school with this guy. What was the team name?
The Braves.
The Braves.
The Berea Braves.
All
Played
right.
basketball.
Okay.
Yep.
Were you accomplished in high school, Dom?
I'm sorry?
I said, were you... He's stalling. Of course I was. Were you accomplished in high school?
Yeah.
So you knew Mary. You didn't just go to school with her.
No, we hung out with the same group of friends and everything.
Oh, yeah. All
Why are you
right.
calling?
I was listening to you guys' show, and I heard the Nickelback Burn It to the Ground song and how Mary just popped up and went crazy for none. It reminded me of the parties we used to go to. Go play calm music, everybody's just socializing. As soon as a song like that pops up, everybody starts going crazy like it was in Kingsman, the first one, when they're in the church. And next thing you know, everybody's just going haywire fighting and stuff like that. That's how crazy we got.
To
true.
Nickelback.
Yes.
Not
That's what
even-
subarban 16-year-olds who were drinking Natty Light would get
Not
crazy
even
to.
Nuck if you're buck, but
We did
Nickelback?
to that too.
We did not.
We got down to Nuck If You Buck
my
with a little
God.
fist bumping.
What's
yeah.
Nuck If You Buck?
Find it. It's a good song.
I don't know if he can play that.
I'm going to say
You can
by the
play the
name
beginning
alone,
of
it's
it.
not. I bet unequivocally it's not a good song.
We put a hole in our floor.
Steady wop, but whatever.
Dom, did you have any friends who got it on with young Mary Santora?
Please.
Why else is he calling? He's on the phone. I don't care who went to school with you. I want to hear something good.
I had a high school sweetheart. I didn't sleep with anybody else in high school.
Oh, so what?
Lying
High school
hoe.
sweetheart
I
doesn't mean
swear to
anything.
God.
But how do you know? Because you weren't
Until
blackout
I was
drunk.
until I was 21 years old, I didn't sleep with anybody else.
Okay.
Or 20.
Gross.
I'm amazed this guy admits to knowing you then.
I was
Yeah,
cool.
we were pretty nice kids. We got rowdy, but we were pretty legit. We were all raised upright. So
See?
what she said is actually legit.
What does raised upright mean?
Yeah,
We weren't raised laying down,
You
Bill.
couldn't lie
Laying
down,
down.
Bill. They had to sleep standing up. Mary did because she didn't know where to lay down in her house.
Correct. Too
All
many
right.
cats.
I had an old melon for a pillow. Yeah, all right. Well, any parting words for Dom before I let him go?
No, nice to hear from you.
Yeah, nice to hear from you too. It's good to see you doing well. I'm glad
Thanks.
You're doing everything the way you want.
Aw, thanks.
Okay.
I don't know why
Thank
you
you,
called, but it
Dom.
was
I
nice to
appreciate
hear
it.
from
Well,
you.
because he
For you, maybe.
Yeah.
wanted to relive all those times you guys
a
didn't
good guy.
have.
Okay.
I believe you. I didn't even know this guy existed until 30 seconds ago. I'm getting all the information all at once.
Yeah.
Hey, Mary and I went to... That's the beautiful part of me not working where I grew up.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God. When I went back home in 06
Yeah.
and was just bombarded by all the... I'm like, you used to beat me up. Don't try to pretend like you're my pal now.
I've had some people like that.
Oh,
try
my
to
God.
be like, hey, Bill, listen to you all the time. Like, I didn't like you.
No.
Still don't.
See, I was
I used to
kind of-
hide from you.
I was pretty friendly with everybody, so when people say things, I think they mean it.
Oh, I was friendly. Didn't stop me from getting beat up.
Yeah.
Hey, Eric.
Yeah,
What's going on, Eric?
not much. Hey, I was just wondering, you guys ever used the Drizzly app before?
Pardon me. What?
Drizzly app?
Grizzly or drizzly?
Drizzly, with a D, like as in dog.
Is that weather or like a Snoop thing?
Nah, man, they'll deliver alcohol straight to your house.
Whoa.
All right.
Thing, man.
Well, I appreciate that you thought of us first. I mean, you know, the Drizzly app.
Drizzly.
DRIZLY. Fast alcohol delivery.
Look at that.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Good stuff, man.
Eric is a guy who needs a booze app. This guy parties.
Probably doesn't have a license.
This guy yeah.
Well, you know, if you got a DUI, it works great.
See, there you go.
See? So they'll let you get alcohol delivered if you've got a DUI. They're
Just
like,
can't drive a car.
hey, as long as you're not behind the wheel. Okay, Eric. Thank you, pal. I'll let you listen to yourself on the radio there and enjoy that.
The bottle just tipped me.
Fast, like a fast alcohol delivery. Sure, you want to get hammered. You don't want to wait.
No.
Yeah, I don't want anyone doing some sort of lollygagging
No.
when they're delivering me alcohol. I want
Delivered-
fast.
Some booze.
Delivered in under 60 minutes. So you've got an hour to rethink your poor decisions.
Well, because they have to go to the liquor store and pick
I
it up.
guarantee it's super expensive. Like whatever you're gonna pay for your liquor is gonna be like double.
No.
You get a
it's
bottle
probably-
of Tito's for $20.
I was going to say, it's probably the same price, but you're paying a delivery fee.
So it's just Uber for alcohol.
Yeah.
Yeah, but okay.
It could come in handy.
Dude, we had one of those
The
in
reviews say
Toledo.
super awesome.
In Toledo, there was a place called Campus Oasis that would deliver you a case of beer. They never checked. As long as somebody in that house had an ID that looked like they might have been 21, they would
Sure,
give you that
of
case
course.
of beer.
That's a business
and
model.
they delivered beer until like 4 in the morning.
Yeah.
It was great.
You've got to deliver beer until 4 in the morning.
Because
On
2:30 is when
campus.
you start to get busy.
Right.
Like, that's exactly
The
what it
rush
was.
is after midnight.
Yes.
Look at that. I'm still trying to figure out how I'm going to send these friends of mine booze in Maryland.
Drizzly.
Just have Mary drop it off.
Hey!
Yeah, I'll take it.
Could you go all the way to Baltimore and
How
drop this
far
off
is
for
it?
me?
Hold
It's not that.
on,
It
let
can't
me
be that
see.
far.
Cumberland, Michigan.
Cumberland, Maryland is in the middle of nowhere.
Baltimore.
I bet you're not that far. I bet you're like an hour from Baltimore.
You swing by, you say, what's up to Delonte West?
2
you
hours
drop
and
off
19 minutes.
the
All right.
Out of the
alcohols.
way.
2.5 hours. You go all the way to Baltimore.
You ever
Big
been there?
deal.
No, but I have a show the next night. I can't go, and it's 2 hours the opposite direction.
Oh, come on.
So I'm adding 5 hours to this trip.
Leave now.
All right, I'll see you guys on Monday.
And Baltimore is mostly hood, right? Like a little white
That's
girl
where the
like
wire was, right? Baltimore?
Baltimore is not mostly hood.
you. Well, if we're listening to our, Lord and Savior Donald J. Trump, then it's completely hood.
He thinks every city's awful.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, he does.
Just the awful ones.
Yeah, right.
The asshole. The asshole cities.
Baltimore's like any other city. You got a lot of poor people and you got a lot of rich people.
Yeah, gross.
That's true of any city. Which part is gross? You don't want people intermingling? Is that what you're saying?
No.
Meow.
How can he wants to live like it's
Sounded like
Demolition Man?
Sound like a mad cat. Meow.
A mad cat.
Seriously.
Well, anyway, Delonte West is
That's
having a
sad.
hard time. It is sad.
Down on his luck.
Ask Mary if she remembers a bus driver from Berea High named January. I'm her.
No.
Well, she doesn't remember you, January.
Jan for short.
Maybe if you had a more unique name.
I was late a lot in high school. That's when my parents were going through it. And then my grandma died. That was a bad year.
You missed the bus a lot?
I missed the bus. I was late all the time.
You didn't have a car?
No, I didn't get my license until I was 21.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
You didn't do anything until you're 21. Didn't have sex with anybody at 21?
I had my high school sweetheart. He was the only person I was with until we broke up.
You couldn't get him to drive you
And
to
it's been
school?
a wild few years, okay?
You couldn't get him to drive
He
to
did
school?
drive me to school. He was a year older than me, though.
That was one of the girls. I used to hate that. All the straight guys and their girlfriends. I was like, they get rides to school in a cool car every day and now I have to pay for gas.
You couldn't get a ride from somebody?
I eventually did, but a lot of them were like my brother's friends. Like freshman year, I just didn't want to ride the big yellow taxi. And my brother, he was like, you're, killing my vibe. He wouldn't let me ride with him until my mom made him take me to school every day. And then after that, I got my license. So it was only like a year and a half that I didn't, I had to ride the bus, but I still hated it because kids were cruel.
Yeah, they tend to be. Al and I also went to Berea High with Dom and Mary. They were cool kids. I was not. So it's refreshing to hear how lame the parties were that I was never invited to.
Who signed that? Who are you?
Unfortunately, they, unlike January, you're not going to know who they are either.
Yes, I will.
You didn't know January.
She was a bus driver. You
Oh,
don't
sorry,
talk to-
Mary.
Oh, my God.
Mary's like, I didn't know the bus driver.
didn't
Can
No,
you
what I'm
sort
saying
with the
is that.
help?
Oh, please. What I'm saying is that when
I didn't even have
okay.
a bus. I had to get driven to school.
When I was on the bus, I was either running late, so I would just run up, sit wherever was open, and then I was never on time.
You mean you didn't deal weed with your lunch lady?
No, I didn't do weed.
Oh.
I didn't smoke weed until I think it was my freshman year of college. It was the first time I smoked weed.
So you didn't really get to do anything fun until college.
What do you mean?
You only had sex with one person. You didn't get your license.
Yeah, and then I went off the rails.
every day.
Well, right. I went off the rails too, but I had already done all that other stuff. I mean,
21 to 30 was a little bit of a blur, but that's fine.
okay.
9 years. Everybody loses 9 years.
you had a
sometimes,
good
you know?
9 years,
right.
Okay,
I want to know who that person was.
We're gonna come back, and I'm going to put a couple of people on Bill's Polar Blast team. My team, the Coxsicles, is all set. Bill's team, Click Click 2, is going to go down the hill out of Boston Mills Brandywine on February the 7th. If you want to register to get on Poundcake's team, Barely White, you can go to alancoxshow.com, use the keyword Polar Blast for all the info.
The Alan Cox Show on 100.7 WMMS and everywhere you go on our free iHeartRadio app.
The countdown to the return of our iHeartRadio Music Awards is on. The biggest artists and songs you listen to all